Welcome, Exiles. As you already know, tomorrow is the launch of Path of Exile to early access. So, when you first launch the game, when you go to the settings menu, in network options, you will see three different options to select. One is lockstep, and one is predictive, and the other one is hybrid. So, in Path of Exile 1, there was two options to select: lockstep and predictive. Hybrid was not there, so it's a new option. So which network options you should choose? Like depending on your network, like some network options may be like harmful for your gameplay experience. So I think I may help you to choose which options to select. Okay. So in terms of lockstep, if you have a good network connection and if the servers are like less than 100 millisecond latency, okay, less than 100 milliseconds. Okay, so when the connection is less than 100 millisecond and you have a consistent connection, like there is no drops in latency or something like that, you may safely choose lockstep. This is the best option for you, because what does it do? Like suppose this is the POE server, pathophysical server, and this is your client. Okay, this is your computer. Like when you press an action in your computer, suppose you press the W button to move forward or something to use a spell or attack. So what does it do? It sends the signal to the server. And after the server replies to your client, then the action is performed in your screen. Until the server responds to your action, you cannot see your action in performing in your game. So if your net connection is more than 100 millisecond, you will notice some stuttering, like some like frame dropping in your game. Like you will see your game stopping after a certain time. Like you will feel the lag because like our brain creates the after image of zero point 0.1 second. So if the time gap between them is less than zero point 0.1 second, like less than 100 millisecond, we won't feel the difference. So it will be smooth gameplay for us if your network connection is always less than 100 millisecond. If your latency is always less than 100 millisecond, you can safely choose lockstep, and this is the best gaming option for you. Like suppose your network is like doing ups and downs, like sometimes it's reaching 500,000 milliseconds. Then what it does, when you've got a unstable network connection, what does lockstep does is it freezes your game until the server responds. So it may be like zero point 0.5 seconds or zero point 0.2 seconds depending on your spikes in latency. So if you got a bad network connection, you should avoid lockstep. Use lockstep when your network connection is consistent and is less than 100 milliseconds. I think most of the players will have some servers that are less than 100 milliseconds, because Pathwexel will have server all across the world, I think. So maybe lockstep is the best option for most of the players. Okay, but if you got a if you've got a terrible network connection and still want to pay Path of Exile, terrible or like that network connection is not that consistent, it's less than 50 100 millisecond, but sometimes it spikes to 500,000 milliseconds and so on. If your network is not that consistent, you can choose predictive. So what does it do? Suppose this is the server, this is your client, you press the button W. What does it do? It starts sending the your action to the server, but even before the server responds, your action is shown on your screen. So there is no lag in between your action and your screen. So you won't see the lag. But if the server does not respond, then you will be moved backward before the action was done. Like the action will undo itself if the server does not respond. So your computer or your client will show the response, but it will not happen in real time. So maybe you are killing a monster, you see that you are hitting the monster, but the monster is not dying because the server is not responding because of your bad connection. So normally, if you've got some spikes in your connection, some like not a consistent connection, sometimes you need to have a smoother gameplay. Sometimes you need to like the server needs to wait for a bit to respond. Then you may choose this predictive mode so that even though the server takes a longer time to respond, your action will be performed, and after the server checks that your action was performed, it will be registered in the server and the monster will be dead or the monster will be damaged. So, if you've got the spikes in your networks, I think predictive is the better choice for you. But if you've got a smoother net connection, smoother network connection, and your latency is less than 100 millisecond, I think you must go for lockstep because this will provide you the best gaming experience. So this was the two options that were available in Path of Exile 1. So in Path of Exile 2, there will be another option called hybrid. So what does it do? Hybrid is the mix between predictive and lockstep. So suppose hybrid actually works like a predictive mode. Like suppose you are performing this action in your computer. What hybrid mode does is it instantly performs the action in your client but sends the signal. If the server doesn't respond in 100 millisecond or zero point 0.1 second, then your action will be stopped. So for zero point 0.1 seconds, the action will continue. The action you do will continue, but if the server doesn't respond in zero point 0.1 second or 100 millisecond, your action will be stopped right there. So it is the mix between lockstep and predictive. So I haven't tried this one before because this was not available in Path of Exile 1. So I can say the about the hybrid mode that much. Maybe I like after testing a little bit, I may say something about this mode. So but in terms of lockstep and predictive, I'll say that if you've got a good connection, you choose lockstep. If you've got some spikes in your connection, you must choose predictive. And I think hybrid connection maybe for the people like who have got a little bit of bad connection and still want to have a smoother experience, maybe hybrid will be best for them. Who knows? Like I will start with lockstep connection. It will depend on the server state on the launch day. Like I know that we know all know that the servers will be burning in the like first day or two. Like people won't be able to log in or people will be in a million number of queues. Like I think it will happen. So uh, who knows? But I think I'll start with lockstep and I'll test the hybrid mode after I get access to the game tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Let me know what mode do you select, and maybe this video will be helpful for you. If this is helpful, then please share it to your friends who are new to Path of Exile and who don't know about this network system. So he'll be benefited also. So thanks for watching. Stay sane, Exile.